Will the real Slim Deni show up? Deni Avdija drops a career-high 43 points in a 133 to 126 loss in New Orleans. So we're going to talk about and answer this question, man. Has Turbo, a.k.a. Deni Avdija, finally arrived? And then we're going to look at the stat line for the rest of the team and get into comments. And we're going to celebrate tonight because it was a really hard loss, but winnable game. But Deni showed out next on Locked On Wizards.
You are Locked On Wizards, your daily Washington Wizards podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Scott again, rolling solo tonight. My guy, the real Ed Oliver, is definitely enjoying his Valentine's Day. So definitely my wife's at work, so I'm here to rock with y'all tonight, man. So again, Deni Avdija drops 43 points in a 133 to 126 loss to the New Orleans Pelicans. Has Deni Avdija, aka Turbo, finally shown up? So we are definitely gonna talk about that, talk about the rest of the team. Obviously, Kyle Kuzma was out tonight, so they had to make up for his lost production, but really a hard-fought game. So let's get into it. Again, the Wizards lose tonight, 133 to 126 in New Orleans to the Pelicans, but lots of encouraging things happen tonight. Let's start with the man himself, Turbo, a.k.a. Deni Avdija. Now, we said this time and time again that defensively he is solid. He is above average. He, at times, can be elite. But the offensive side, man, was the one piece of his game overall that we were waiting for it to finally arrive. And I said before the season, I know Ed did also, that we both believe that he could have a breakout year. Obviously, he was working on a lot of his mechanics offensively, quicker release, expanding his range. Definitely still working on the left hand, but who cares because he was rocking with the right tonight, so I ain't mad at him. So I am very, very happy. 43 points by Deni, career high. He had a dog in him tonight. I mean, overall, this team had a dog in him, man. You know, we're going to talk about Shamet, man, and him getting into Larry Nance Jr., man. But I love what I saw from Deni tonight, man. This is wow. Let's start. 43 points, 13 for 24 from the field, 6 for 10 from 3, 11 for 13 from free throw. He had 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. And if you get into the plus minus, obviously leading the Wizards with a plus 17. So Deni Avdija, wow, very impressed, very impressed. He is definitely breaking out. He's breaking out offensively. And in my humble opinion, man, him and Bilal are 2 stars in the making. Okay, because I'm telling you, man, the MO with both of these guys has been they're good off the defensively, but can they figure out offensively? And obviously, Bilal, year 1 rookie, he's got time to develop his game, and obviously he's not starting from zero. It's going to come along. But Deni, man, 43 points. He had a dog in him. He was driving he was driving aggressively. I mean, he was not hesitant at all with the jump shot. Love what I saw from Deni tonight. So let's give everybody a little more credit, man. Let's get into everybody else. 16 points, Jordan Poole, 6 for 13 from the field, 4 for 8 from 3. So I guess, 16 points. Obviously, we all know he can be a 20-plus a game scorer, but we'll take that because out of everybody on the team, there was only 3 people in the plus minus, and Jordan Poole was plus 12. So he had a really good night. I mean, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, only 3 turnovers. So, look, I have nothing bad to say about Jordan Poole's performance, man. Obviously, he's had a tough year, but I've got nothing negative to say about Jordan Poole's performance tonight. I mean, obviously, here and there, he had a few questionable, moments, but if he can lock in, man, I definitely want to see what he can do, man. We'll definitely try to get him right in DC. Look at the rest of the starting 5. Martin Bagley Jr., 14 points, 6-14 for the field, 1 for 2 from 3, but he contributed 10 rebounds, man. Bagley, again, continues to impress in DC, and I think that he can definitely resurrect his career in the 202. Look at the Tyus Jones, now 14 points, 5 for 7 for the field, 4 for 6 from 3, 13 assists. I love what I see from Tyus, man. And obviously, going towards the offseason, there's a lot of talk, whether they keep him here long term. We know he wasn't flipped. So, but I mean, again, his assist numbers continue to impress. He is definitely proven to be that floor general, that guy who can get everybody else involved. He doesn't necessarily need to be that scorer. He's a pass first point guard. And I'm not saying that he's the guy going forward. Now, I get it. The opinions differ a little bit, whether he's here long term, whether they want to re-sign him. A lot of people say no. A lot of people say yes. That's a conversation for a later date. But his assist numbers have been impressed me this year, and he has definitely fit the role as floor general. And in rounding out, my man B. Cool, Bilal Koulibaly, 26 minutes tonight, shot 3 for 6, 0 for 2 from 3, only 6 points. But again, look, the defense was there. 3 rebounds. The offense is going to come along, man. I definitely think that the offense is going to come along. I'm not concerned at all. He's going to have these moments where, he's going to have good games, but most of the time he's still developing his offensive game. So I'm not too concerned. But the starting 5 rocked it out tonight, man. Rocked it out tonight. Obviously, Kyle Kuzma was out with a non-COVID illness, so aka the influenza. So we'll see if he's back. I mean, he should be back. I mean, this is the last game before the All-Star break. So I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll be back for the second half. But before we move on to the second unit, man, very impressed with the starting unit. Now I get it. We lost 133 to 126. I mean, obviously the Pelicans had their moments. If you look at their stat lines real quick, I mean, I don't care too much, but 36 points by Zion. I feel like Deni, obviously there's a size disadvantage there. Zion is just bigger. I mean, whether it's weight room or just the cuisine of New Orleans, but he's obviously got a weight advantage over Deni, and it showed. He knows how to use his weight, and I'll give that to Zion. He's money in the paint, and I feel like Deni did his best, but he's just one of those guys, man, where you're not going to really stop Zion, man, and that's why I just, I mean, look at it, 15 for 21, so that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about when it comes to the Pelicans. I could really care less because I'm talking about my whiz tonight. So looking at the second unit, man, really one person shined. Corey Kispert, 20 points, +3 and plus minus. 7 for 14 overall, 5 for 10 for 3. He continues to impress also, man. I mean, he's efficient. He's that sniper. He can cut, the basketball IQ, the energy on the defense. I am resting easy now because I know that this young core of Deni Avdija, Bilal Koulibaly, and Corey Kispert, they are a really good foundation going forward in the rebuild, man. And depending on what we do in the next 2 drafts, man, I really think we're going to have a really nice young team in a couple of years, man. Because the foundation is strong. You're starting to see pay dirt when it comes to these young guys, especially Corey Kispert and Deni Avdija. Now, Bilal, dog on the defense, he's going to have to develop his offensive game, and that's fine because we have time. You see the potential there. So, good game. I mean, and we, me and Ed, we said early on, man, this season is not going to really be measured by wins or losses because obviously there's going to be a lot more losses than wins. We're really gauging the success of the season on the success of the young guys. Deni Avdija he has broken out. He has arrived. Offensively, he is just wow. I mean, no hesitancy on the jump shot. Bilal, like I said, defensively, but I am really intrigued to see how he develops his offensive game within the next 1 or 2 years. And Corey Kispert, a lot of people were down on him, and he has proven time and time again that, man, he's a threat offensively. And now, I'm not going to say he's a stopper, but he is putting forth the necessary effort on the defensive end for him to be considered maybe a starting piece next year, in my opinion. So I like what I saw from the young guys tonight. Like I said, a better performance from Jordan Poole. Tyus Jones, keep it up with the assist numbers, man. Money in the bank. And Marvin Bagley Jr., again, proving that he can score, he can rebound. Good acquisition, man. I mean, I'm with y'all. I still miss Gav, man, but, look, we got to move forward. Marvin Bagley is definitely that guy going forward. And then, Corey Kispert off the bench, man. Money in the bank. Talk about Landry Shamet real quick. Now, obviously, only 17 minutes, 2 for 8, over 4 from 3. But man, I love the attitude. I don't know if you saw the replay of Larry Nance Jr., but I feel like it was unnecessary. I really don't understand why they called a T on both people because Shamet didn't do anything. He was, he was in the position he was in. I feel like Larry Nance Jr., I mean, he's been known to do that from time to time with his time with the Lakers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's just one of those guys, man, where he's just had a chip. And I don't really know why he had to go out of Shamet, but, I feel like I don't know why the Shamet got a T, but I like the attitude. Keep the intensity up, man, the attitude. I love the attitude from Deni. Now, this is the only negative thing I'm going to say about Deni, and I've said this all year long. Arguing calls, get back down, man. Get back down the court. And they said it on the broadcast. Chris Miller said it, Drew Gooden said it, get back down the court, man. We can't have this disadvantage that 5-on-4. There's a time and place to argue calls. Choose the right time and place, man. But, I mean, good performance tonight. The effort was there. A big reason for the loss, I guess, overall would be turnovers, man. I mean, we were abysmal as far as turnovers. Looking at our turnovers numbers, where we at? Who? 18. I believe they said 19. And so I'm on ESPN right now. The broadcast said 19. We're just going to roll in the middle. It was called 18.5, I guess. But 18, 19 turnovers, man, either one is unnecessary. I felt like that had a lot to do with why we lost this game, because it was a very close game. And that kind of leads into the next point. We at one point in the second quarter, we were down by a good amount. Adjustments at halftime. Brian Keefe makes them. And it's such a breath of fresh air to see that. I mean, you got a coach who's making adjustments, man, at the halftime, and it showed because we battled back in the second half. So definitely impressed overall. I know we lost, but you know what? We're trying to build culture, man, and a rebuild, and this is how you do it. Playing hard, man. Playing hard, playing to win, playing as a team. I mean, I love what I saw tonight, man. Like you said, I mean, I'm very impressed with this team, man. I think this was a good showing. I know we lost, but year one of rebuild, we're measuring success by the culture of this team being solidified and how these young guys can evolve, man. And I love what I see. If only we can get Johnny Davis involved and maybe really get another victory, man, as far as development of a young guys, man. So we'll see on that. So overall, turnovers did bite us in, NOLA, man, but it was a hard-fought game. And Deni Avdija, again, goes off to him tonight, everybody. Hate him or love him, 43 points dropped. He has arrived on the scene, man. So the future's looking bright with this young core, I'm trying to tell you. So we're going to move into comments, man. I mean, tonight, I'm going to try to read as many comments as I can, man. Like I said, we're going to celebrate a little bit, chop it up, Q&A. And matter of fact, tomorrow I will be doing a Q&A session again. So I'm going to put it up on Twitter and on YouTube. So we're definitely Q&A, anything Wizards related, and maybe some personal stuff. Just let's keep it positive. Say, all right. So before we move on, tonight's episode is brought to you by Robinhood. Did you know that even if you have a 401k for retirement, you can still have an IRA? Well, Robinhood has the only IRA that gives you a 3% boost on every dollar you contribute when you subscribe to Robinhood Gold. But get this, now through April 30th, Robinhood is even boosting every single dollar you transfer in from other retirement accounts with a 3% match. That's right. No cap on a 3% match. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Robinhood Gold gets you the most for your retirement thanks to the IRA with a 3% match. Their offer is good through April 30th. Get started at Robinhood.com/boost. Subscription fees apply. And now for some legal info. Claim as a Q1 2024 validated by Radius Global Market Research. Investing involves risks, including loss. Limitations apply to IRAs and 401ks. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold for 1 year from the date of the first 3% match. Must keep Robinhood IRA for 5 years. The 3% match on transfers is subject to specific terms and conditions. Robinhood IRA available to U.S. customers in good standing. Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, is a registered broker dealer. And Locked On has launched the first ever national show sports 24/7 streaming channel on YouTube, and that's also available on Amazon Fire TV on the free Fire TV channels app. Locked On Sports Today is here for you 24/7, covering the top sports stories of the day with the local experts of Locked On, plus our national shows covering every league. Find Locked On Sports Today, now available on free Fire TV channels app. So we're going to get into comments, man. We talked about the game recap. Obviously turnovers killed us, but Deni and the starting five and my man Kispert off the bench shined in a loss, and I ain't too mad. So right now we have currently 152 people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to recap with me tonight and chop it up. So we still have one ad break, but we are going to get into the nitty gritty of some comments tonight, man. So let's get into it. The first one, Locked On Law says, funny how the rest of the team plays better without Kuzma. There you go. Going for the juggler from the get, huh? I mean, we know that Kuz is a high usage guy. So, I mean, ball movement was fluid. Like I said, Jordan Poole had his moments here and there, but I felt like this was a better performance from him. I mean, the starting five overall really responded, but Deni, man, 43 points. He was aggressive. That 3-point shot, he was not hesitant, and he was on the money, man. He has broken out, and I'm very excited to see the future, man. Sheldon T said, aggressive Deni is going to turn me into an Israeli fan of Junior if he keeps playing like that, man. I mean, look, Israeli fan of hit it, man. Deni is definitely a breakout guy. I think a lot of us knew that he was going to break out. A lot of hard work in the offseason. Not going to Israel. And training, he traded stateside, and it really shows, man. He really put the work in to really develop himself offensively. And look, hat goes off to you, man. Because this young trio of Bilal, Deni, and Kispert, man, it has me excited for the future. It really does, because we're not dealing with Barrett minimum. We're not dealing with zero. You're starting to see a lot of pay dirt when it comes to these young guys So I'm very excited to see the future. Christian Coleman says, y'all see the fight that these guys had the last few games? Yes, sir. They are fighting hard, man. You have to get credit where it's due. You see a revitalization with this team. And a lot of that has to do with Brian Keefe. Brian Keefe, the interim head coach, who I believe with a strong second half, should be definitely a candidate for the permanent position of head coach for the Washington Wizards, because he has gotten a reaction from this team. Yeah, they've lost every game since, but look at the fashion. They're fighting hard. They're fighting good teams. There's some fighting in this team with Brian Keefe. So I think that you can answer that question about the transition for Wes Unseld Jr. to Brian Keefe. The coaching change has been a step in the right direction. You see a whole new squad, man. I like what I see. Let's see. Perfect findings. A star in the making that also defends. Deni! Look what happens every time he is taken out. Yeah, I mean, defensively, we know what he can do. He's a pest. Now, I get it. Zion's a hard matchup. Zion knows how to use his muscle. Now, I got most of the muscle. But I'm just saying, like, he knows how to use his frame. And Zion did whatever he wanted. But I don't see many people in the league going to be able to stop Zion in the paint. I mean, it's just one of those things, man. So I feel like he did what he had to do. Let's see. He also said, what's not to love about Deni? I mean, the only thing was just arguing calls. I get it that there were some questionable calls. I give you that. I'm not saying that officiating was the reason why we lost. It's just not. But they definitely got a hometown discount to a certain degree, because there's times where not only Deni, but a lot of guys got, contact in the paint and there was no call, but then somebody sneezed on Zion and he's at the free throw line. So, it's just one of those things where when in New Orleans, be like New Orleans. It is what it is, man. Saul Good says, Deni has arrived. Y'all know it now. Absolutely, man. I love what I see from man Turbo. I said Turbo's playing like he's in the Matrix. I'm trying to tell you. I am trying to tell you. Big J52. Oh, you ain't right. Rui who? Don't start nothing now. Edian says probably the best game I've seen. Keith somehow catching up. Wow. I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to tell you. Adjustments at halftime. You see when they're made, what a difference it makes. And now you see that the lack of adjustments at halftime by Wes Unseld Jr. man shows. I mean, you could call it a promotion. I ain't seen him. So, I mean, that's a heck of a promotion, man. You ain't seen around the organization, man. And it's nothing. There's no shade on Wes, man. We just know now that we have better options at head coach. And that's all I'm going to say. Nothing against Sam, man. You definitely wish him the best. But Brian Keefe definitely has gotten a reaction from these guys. And I'm very intrigued to see what he does in the second half. And I think that, man, if he keeps his team motivated, you have my vote for him to be the head coach of this team. I've seen enough of Brian Keefe that I think that he's definitely a guy who can lead this rebuilding team back into contention at some point, man. I really do, because he knows what he's doing. Big J also said, let's see if Brandon and Ed still got a problem with Deni going right. All I see is guys going bouncing and get out of his way. Look, I ain't got no problem with his right tonight, because he was all right. I'm just trying to tell you, man, he had a really good game. So, I mean, obviously he still has to develop that left hand, man. But, I mean, I have nothing to say. I mean, he had a really good game. I mean, it is so cool to see how he has evolved offensively, man. It really is. I love what I saw tonight. Sheldon T said, congrats, Deni. Regardless of the outcome, dude balled out tonight. Amen. Had a really good game. Deni definitely gets his roses tonight. 40 plus and 14 Remy's. Go ahead, young man. Amen, my man. Shook Biz. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So like I said, I'm trying to get all the comments I can. We got 179, so I definitely appreciate you guys rocking with me tonight, man. I get his Valentine's Day, man, but my wifey Pooh is at work, man. So, hey, man, we're going to rock with your boy tonight. So, let's see. Let's get into some more comments. Oh, Locked On Law. Are we suggesting that Kuz is Bill 2.0? Oh, I hope not. I mean, we see Kuzma getting a Supermax, man. Lord have mercy. I mean, Kuz, he's a dependable source of 20 plus. We know the plus and the minuses. We know the pros and cons. He can score with the best of them. Efficiency can be a hit sometimes, but let's see. We shall see, because I think even if he's in the lineup, if they play team basketball, we're a good team. That's the thing. We need to stop being such an ISO heavy team and really utilize ball movement. I mean, team communication, and really utilize team basketball, man. Matt says, who let Deni cook? I'm all aboard on the Deni train. Turbo! I'm trying to tell y'all, man. He has arrived. Good game. Dylan Counts also said Deni is a dog. Let's see. Edward Moore said Deni looked very disappointed after the game. He wanted to win. It is in our best interest to keep him long term. I mean, we got him for at least the next 4. Look, he is definitely part of the foundation. And I'm going to go ahead. I believe that him and Bilal can be stars. Now, right now, I'm not going to get into ceilings and floors. I definitely see potential with both him and Bilal. Now, Bilal is a rookie. His defensive game is already on point, but his offensive game is going to come along. He's going to need some development, and we knew that going in. But Deni, man, is, like I said, it is really, really cool to see him break out. It really is, man, because he's fearless, man. When that confidence is high, he's fearless. So we're going to get some more comments, and I'm trying to knock out as many as I can. And like I said, tomorrow's a Q&A, so I'm going to try to read off some comments here, and definitely shoot me your best questions on YouTube and Twitter. So before we move on, tonight's episode is brought to you by Hungry Root. Hungry Root is your partner in healthy living. I'm trying to tell you, it's 2024. I mean, if you want to get healthier, I think that Hungry Root is a really, really good option because, man, it can actually help you save up to 30% on food waste each week. So, and you guys know, man, groceries, man, are hurting people in the pocket these days, man. So, look, if you can pay cheaper and get more for your money, I definitely recommend Hungry Root. So it's also the easiest way to get fresh, high-quality groceries and simple, healthy recipes delivered to your door. Take a fun, short quiz, and Hungry Root will get to know your personal health goals, like what you like to eat, the kitchen appliances you use, and more. Then they'll build you a personalized cart with all your grocery needs for the week and give you delicious recipe recommendations to put those groceries to good use. Hungry Root will recommend recipes and groceries based on your personal taste, but each order is fully customizable. Take their suggestions or choose anything you want. They've got fresh produce, high-quality meat, and seafood, pantry staples, healthy snacks, sweets, ready-to-eat meals, and much, much more. Everything from Hungry Root follows a simple standard, right? It's got to taste good, be quick to make, and contain whole, trusted ingredients. Save hours planning, shopping, and cooking. Hungry Root delivers food that you'll definitely love. So, right now, Hungry Root is offering Locked On Wizards fans and listeners 40% off your first delivery and free veggies for life. Just go to hungryroot.com/lockedon and get 40% off your first delivery and get your free veggies. I'm trying to tell y'all. That's hungryroot.com/lockedon. Don't forget to use our link so they know that we sent y'all. So let's try to get into some more comments, man. Like I said, I'm gonna try to knock out, but like tomorrow night, man. Like I said, I'm gonna put everything up so you guys know. It's gonna be at 8:00. So definitely tune in, man. It's gonna be a Q&A, and look, ask all the questions you want tomorrow night. I'm gonna try to answer as many as I can. God's son, says 43 points and still lost. I mean, look, I mentioned it before, man. It's not so much about wins, losses. I mean, look, we're 9 and 40 some odd losses. I mean, look, it's all about developing the young guys. So I get it, man. But we are going to get to that point, man. We're going to see performances like this, and we're going to win. Give us some time, man. Give us some time, because it appears this front office is not trying to be in for a lengthy rebuild, man. And I believe these next 2 drafts are very important for the development of this team and getting us back to where we need to be. Shook Biz, I like your wording, man. I'm intrigued. By the way, Deni is playing career high in points, 4 games with 20 plus in a row. He may be a franchise player now. I'm with you. He's right. I mean, obviously not everybody's going to agree, but I'm with you. He is a big part of his foundation, man. Now, is he the guy yet to build around? Not there yet, but he is definitely part of the future. I mean, 43 points. I mean, he is definitely arrived offensively. Defensively, he's already there. So, I mean, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm very, very intrigued, and I'm looking forward to the development of this young core of Deni, Bilal, and Corey Kispert, man. Corey Kispert, I think they need to really get on next in the offseason, get an extension ready for him. Bilal, he's going to continue to evolve offensively, and Deni, man, he's right. I mean, I'm definitely want to see what his ceiling really can be. So let's get into it. Desan said Israeli fan was right after all. Yeah, I mean, look, man. I mean, Israeli fan was on point with a few things when it comes to Deni, man. I know a lot of it was entertainment, and the big reason why we kind of took a step back with him being on here, man, is because getting into the nationalities and stuff like that, getting personal and stuff like that, man. I don't really stand for that either way from anybody. I don't care what your race, religion, with anything. I don't stand for any of that, man. So, so that was a big reason. But yeah, I mean, you gotta give credit where it's due, man. It was funny at times, but look, he was on cue with a few things. So I'm with you on that. Just in, Giannis relinquished his squad at the All-Star game. He asked Deni takes his place. That's funny, but I mean, look, man, look. I'm trying to tell you. Man, that's a mouthful. Hey, Ray TX in Israel, you served for 3 years. eating some stuff, and after that, you come into the real world and starting cooking. Oh, okay. I don't appreciate the comment, man. Let's see. Trying to get into some more comments, man. Shay Mandler, future is bright for the Wizards. Give him the ball. Amen. The future is bright. The future is bright. We have a young foundation. Now, we're going to see how everything unfolds in the offseason as far as these vets. But I'm telling you right now, 2 first-round picks in this year's draft. Hopefully, we move up in the lottery for the second one. And these next 2 drafts, in my opinion, are very, very important for this franchise as far as a youth movement and going forward with a solid foundation, man. But I'm with you. Let's see. My man Justin Caesar said, I bet Deni's the best player on the team. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, he is. I agree. I think that Deni is definitely the best player on this team. Now, Kuz is very close, but the biggest thing with Kuz is his inefficiency. Deni has shown a high level of efficiency with a shot, man. I mean, I'm saying right now, he's looking good. I'm very, very excited. I'm very excited, everybody. So a lot of comments, man, a lot of love for Deni tonight, and it should be give credit where it's due. 43 points. He had a heck of a game tonight, man. Let's see. My man Mikey Dub said, "Oh, word! Brandon has a place to himself. I'm working tonight. Good game, Wiz. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the comment, man. Yeah, I'm rolling solo tonight, man. Like I said, definitely happy Valentine's Day to everybody who's got a wife, girlfriend. I hopefully not a girl on the side, but definitely happy Valentine's Day, everybody, man. Definitely show a lot of love to your loved ones tonight, man. So if my wifey Pooh is watching tonight from work, love you, baby. So definitely happy Valentine's Day to everybody tonight. Man, a lot of good comments, man. Like I said, I'm gonna try to knock out a few more. We are at 26 minutes, so we got about 5 minutes. So I'll try to keep it at 30. So let's get some comments knocked out. Like I said, my man, no breaks new. What's going on, brother? I love what I saw from Deni. I debate my bro all the time on Deni and Rui, etc. But now we know Rui could never. Very proud of Deni. Is he turning the corner? Wow. I think he has. I think he's arrived. I think that he's starting to turn into a complete player. And I used that term previously with Kyle Kuzma. Obviously, with him coming over from the Lakers as a kind of a role player on the championship team, now he's become a complete player. Deni has reached that moment, and obviously he is better defensively than Kuz is, so he's become more of a complete player. Like I said, I'm not gonna hit Kuz while he's down. He's out sick, man. Definitely get well. See after the All-Star break, man. But you gotta give credit where it's due. I mean, Deni was a man on the mission night. The dog. I mean, talking junk. I mean, it was fun to see, man. It was fun to see. This team had fight overall. Like I said, man, Shannon, when he wasn't too happy with Larry Nance Jr. And I can see why, man. He picked dude up, threw him on the court. I mean, and then I don't know why their fans were booing. I mean, you can clearly look on replay. So I don't know what's going on in the gumbo down there, man, but they need to get it together. Let's see. We got fan from Israel. What's going on? Good morning from Israel. Big fan from Israel. Great show. It's only the beginning. Deni, just wait and see. He is only 23. Yep, only 23 years old. He hasn't even hit his prime yet, man. Kisper looking solid. Bilal, I mean, very, very raw, but the potential's there. These young guys, man, this young core has got me excited. It really has, because, like I said, the season's not really judged by wins and losses, judged off how young, because our young guys are the future. How are they evolving? How are they developing? And I like what I see from all three, man. Johnny Davis, I want to see more, man. I get it. That's just, we'll see when it comes to that, man. I'm hoping he can get part of the, he can join the youth movement with everybody else, man. The playing guy said no one can stop signing. I mean, he knows how to use his body, man. He's money in the paint. And, if he can really go get a dietitian, man, and really, really put some time and effort in his body, I mean, he can reach that superstar status, in my opinion. But this is a Wizard channel, so, wish him well. But, hey, it is what it is. Bird Sampson, except for that. Yep. But, I mean, you see the potential in him, too. And I'm just saying that from the perspective of just a basketball fan, man. I mean, he could be a superstar if he would just put some time and money into his body, man. And it's just my humble opinion. Teasery said, aside from Deni's career night, very impressed with Jordan Poole. Didn't give up on the plays, took the right shot, and didn't chuck up a bunch of crazy contested shots. It was efficient. Props to him. Absolutely. Give credit where it's due. Good performance, Jordan Poole. Bravo. Good performance. We want you to lock in, Jay. JP13, we need you to lock in, man. I'm telling you right now, you have the talent. It's time for this young squad to lock in, man, because we have talent here, man. Omira L said it's 6 a.m. in Israel, but I'm so happy I stayed up to watch the game. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you right now taking the time to rock with me, man. Appreciate you. Early in the morning, man. So definitely appreciate you, man. Stay safe, man. Let's see. Let's get some more comments out the way. I'm trying to knock out like 3 more, man. Like I said, Q&A tomorrow, so definitely bring your best questions tomorrow because we're going to have fun tomorrow night, man, and chop it up like we always do. Mikey Dove said weird scuffle. It was, but it was like it wouldn't. I mean, I feel like the play wasn't called for. Like I don't understand why you pick dude up. And I mean, I get trying to be. It's like Larry Nance does that. It's just some guys in the league that just have some chip. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he's a journeyman. We'll see. But I mean, I don't get. Yeah, he's just got this chip. And like I said, he did that in Cleveland. He did that in previous stops, man. And I feel like it's unnecessary, man. And I felt like that Shamit was well within his rights to probably catch him with a jab. Let's see. MMG says, "Are you surprised Deni got 40 plus? Do you ever think he could ever get that many in a game?" Yeah. I'm not surprised. I mean, I knew that eventually, I knew he was gonna break out because as time went on this year, man, he got better and more consistent. And now with interim head coach Brian Keefe, man, they just found the right recipe for him. I mean, he is broken out. So yeah, I'm not surprised. I definitely think that I definitely thought that he'll eventually take that step offensively. I feel like it's gonna be last year, obviously with the Drew Hanlon news and all that, man. But I'm very very happy to see it this year, man. I really am. Let's see. Let's get some more in there. My man Izzy Polacart, what's up, man? How you doing tonight? Got a lot of folk we know in here. My man Pedro Ramirez says, "Good to see people happy about Deni." Yeah, I would say that, man. It's good to see him getting some love, man. It really is. Same thing with Jordan Poole, man. He's had a heck of a year. So I mean, he looked good tonight. He looked locked in. Let's see. Some good comments in here, man. Good one. Joshua Clark says, "We met a guy that was Washington's radio analyst. The team had a great fight. They put up. We need this pool every night." Yeah. If we can see this pool every night, man, then I'm starting to feel better about Jordan Poole in DC, man. Just needs to lock in. And I think if he figures it out, man, let's see. I still have hope that Jordan Poole could be that guy. I think a lot of the shenanigans have stopped. And let's see, man. We'll see if he can continue to lock in and be that guy. And, we'll see how bright the future can be for the Wizards, man. Obviously, a lot is going to go on in the offseason with a lot of moving pieces with the veterans. Does Kuz get moved? How long is there's a lot of questions, but I really feel like the young core, and you can really say Jordan Poole's part of the young core. He's still young, and he's very, very young, younger than Deni. So I definitely think that he can be an asset in the foundation of this team going forward, but he's got to lock in and he's got to figure it out, man. Yakov Vitterberg says Deni is the greatest player to ever wear a Washington Wizards shirt. Slow down a little bit, man. I mean, I think the John Wall and Gilbert Arenas is going to have something to say about that. But I'll say this, man. And I get it from your perspective. A lot of you, we appreciate you guys from Israel, man, and all of our overseas fans, man. Definitely appreciate you guys, man. And I get it. A lot of pride in Deni, and you should, man. He's a good young guy who's humble and who's ready to work. So I get it why you say that. I get it from your perspective. But let's slow down a little bit, man. I don't think he's there yet, but he is definitely he's definitely the future of this team. Him, Bilal, Corey Kispert, and he's becoming a complete player. So, I agree that, he's going to be a very impressive guy here long term for the Washington Wizards, man. I definitely believe that. Still gave up 133 on speed minus Pell's offensive performance. I mean, and this from ain't no half Stephen. I like that. Well, here's the thing. I mean, yeah, I get that, but look, the Pelicans ain't no scrubs, man. CJ McCollum can still score and shoot the ball. Brandon Ingram is very underrated. I mean, I think he's one of the most underrated guys in the NBA, in my opinion. Brandon Ingram there's a reason why they call him KD Jr., man, because you see that he's money. So they got a nice squad in New Orleans, man. Are they ready to compete? Nah, but they have a foundation. It's just, to me, for them to take that step, they gotta get Zion right with a diet, man, because you see the superstar potential with him. But I'm with you on that. Deni had a great game. This is my man Ben Yakar. Deni had a great game. The team needs a center and a point guard, absolutely, and I think that's going to be addressed in the draft. And obviously, me and my guy E, we're going to talk a lot more about the draft. But 2 names to throw out there: Alex Sarr is obviously a given, but Dylan Ham out of Kentucky. If you have not seen tape on him, I definitely recommend you guys watch what he's doing so far in college basketball, because he's a very intriguing point guard prospect. So let's get into a few more. We're at 34 minutes, man. So I'm gonna try to do 2 more comments. And like I said, we're gonna do a Q&A. I'm definitely gonna pop it up on Twitter and on our YouTube page, and we are going to get into tomorrow night 8 o'clock Q&A. So we're definitely going to chop it up, ask anything Wizards related. So let's get a couple more, man. A lot of people, 2007 or 2000. Oh Lord, 217 people in the chat. Be nice if it was 2000, but we will get there. But definitely 217 people in the chat. Appreciate you guys taking the time to rock with me tonight. A lot of excitement tonight. We lost, man, but it's very, very cool to see our young guys stepping up and playing meaningful minutes, man. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me. Oh, I'm not fat shaming. Come on, Suge. I mean, look, I mean, I'm not sitting here chiseled either, man. So I mean, I have nothing to say to Zion, man. I mean, I love my fair share of whiskey sours and Philly cheesesteaks, man. But I try to stay in pretty good shape, man. But like, I mean, it's not so much fat shaming on Zion, man. It's just when I say diet, is that having that energy, that boost. You see that he could be lethargic, and I think that has a lot to do with his diet, man. It's not so much fat shaming because he's obviously got muscle and he knows how to use it. So I ain't fat shaming Zion, man. But I think as far as diet, for him to take that next step. I mean, LeBron James. I'm an old school guy, MJ guy. I'm not gonna get into the whole GOAT. But one thing I've always respected about LeBron James is the fact that he spent, and I mean, he's got $1 million to do it, but he spends $1 million on his body every year. And I think that if you're a career athlete, man, that's the right move to make. Put money in your body, especially if your job is an athlete. Put money in your body, man, because I mean, Zion, if he could find the right dietitian, man, you're gonna see a massive step up. And you can go. I mean, who knows, man? So nah, man, I ain't fat shaming nobody, man. I ain't that kind of dude, man. Let's see. We're gonna do one more, guys. Like I said, appreciate everybody showing up. Let's see, one more. I guess we'll rock with my man Diablo tonight, man. He said, bottom line, they played better without Kuz. They did play better without Kuz, but I'm not gonna say they're a better team without Kuz. I mean, we all know efficiency is a hit sometimes with Kuz. Shot attempts have come down. And like I said, we're not going to harp on the deadline who and who didn't get traded, but I'll say this, man. I do like Kuz. I think he's a good leader. I think that the one thing I wanted to see in the second half of the season with him being here, and in the best case scenario, as far as him putting up the stats he wants to put up and still allowing the young guys to prosper, was him bringing the shot attempts down. So if he could do that, I still, he's a good part of this team. Now, going forward, I think a lot of people agree that eventually he's, is he going to be here his whole contract now? But he can be a good thing for this team. Just, but I would say this: you do see how ball movement, this team is a better team. He really is. So I'm not going to say it's just because, Kuz is out, but I will say this: they look good tonight. Ball movement is looking sexy tonight, man. The ball movement was on point, so you can't deny that. So let's see. We got a lot of comments, man. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and end it tonight, guys. Tomorrow night, we are gonna I am gonna have a Q&A session like we did a few weeks ago. Like I said, I'm gonna put up on X, aka Twitter, and on the YouTube page, and definitely at 8 o'clock we are going live with a Q&A. So let's chop it up. Let's have some fun tonight. Was definitely kick off the All-Star break in style. So again, man, we have 194 people. Appreciate you guys taking the time tonight, man. I know right now, Eastern time standard, it is 11:30. So thank you for taking your time. You could have done anything else, man, but you chose to spend your time with me tonight and chop it up, man. Deni Avdija, 43 points. He has arrived, everybody. So definitely appreciate everybody tonight. Locked On has launched the first ever national sports 24/7 streaming channel on YouTube, and now it's also available on Amazon Fire TV and the Free Fire TV channels app. All on Sports Today is here for you 24/7, covering the top sports stories of the day with the local experts of Locked On, plus our national shows covering every league. Find Locked On Sports Today now available on the Free Fire TV channels app. So everybody have a blessed night, man. Enjoy your night, man. We lost, and but there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel, man. So definitely celebrate. Hat goes off to Turbo. So again, see you guys tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. We are having a live Q&A. Everybody have a blessed night and peace. Hell to the Wizards, baby. Have a good night, everybody.